Oh my god. Okay. Let me see here. Receiving your content. Uh, ThinkPad 20 Uwu programming sucks. Okay. Is it working? Can you see me? Can you see me? I'm Jetty Adams. I'm Jetty Adams. Can you see me? Okay. Let me post a link in the chat. Okay. I posted a new link. Okay, it's working. Alright, cool. Now I feel like maybe I should place it like somewhere closer to the vent. I don't know. If I place it closer to the vent, it shouldn't be too bad. I need to figure out an alternative method of spacing this computer. Okay. It says there's one viewer. I assume it's just Man Chronicles. Yeah. It seems... I could try something. What I have here is a tote. I can take a tote and then place it right here on the bed. I can take the laptop and then place it on top of this. You can just see the computers from here, or the monitors, the wall of monitors. Okay, let me see here. Let's just expand this, excuse me. So expand this, and then you can just watch television along with me. Or I can play a video game. This is the most woke way of live streaming, man. Let's see if I turn the PS2 on. Now I have to turn the light off. Oh boy. We're doing this old-fashioned. We're doing it the old way, man. The way it should be. I remember when I first got on YouTube and all of the people who I saw who were making videos were all like these people recording video game footage on their screen with a camera. And so the aspect ratio in video recording a screen is a priceless combination. Yeah, no, exactly. Like when people would record like videos on a 4:3 camera, and then it would be like a 16:9 video game for the 360 or something. It was very obvious this was done ghetto. Man, this is the highest quality live stream. This is we're very high tech here. You know, we know what we're doing. Oh my god. You can barely see it on the live stream. What the hell? Okay. How do I get up here? I don't even remember where I'm supposed to go in this game. Am I supposed to go down here? There's a big light. I'm assuming this is where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, how is everyone doing in the chat now that the stream is returned? Oh my god, what just happened? Okay, can I get through this door? No, I cannot. I can't get through this door either. Oh my god, I can get through this door. I don't have a light in this game, so I should probably explain what's going on. So if you don't have a light in this game, it's exceedingly difficult to be able to know where you're supposed to go. And I used up all my batteries for the goddamn flashlight. Can I just kill this guy who's in here? There's a drunk guy who I'm supposed to, essentially, I'm supposed to find him like a way out or something. And I don't actually remember what I was doing last time I played this game. I'm supposed to go in here? What game is that? It's called The Suffering for the PS2. It's a game where you were trapped into a prison. I got out of the prison. I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. But it's just so dark. I don't have a fucking flashlight. I think that was the reason why I stopped playing, was because I didn't have a flashlight. Let's see. I feel like I should probably move the laptop closer to the screen in order for you to actually see what's going on. No, this is high quality live streaming material, man. High quality live streaming. But yeah, if you guys have questions and stuff, just ask. Like, we were at 9 viewers last time. I think everyone just kind of petered off when the stream died. I should have probably made a new title. So there's a couple things going on that I missed in the live chat. Are you playing Manhunter? No, I'm not playing Manhunt. Can't see too good. Yeah, no, this isn't Manhunt. Let me go back through the chat, because there's a couple things that I didn't read. Message retracted. Nihongo wa servemasu. Let's see. Ohayou gozaimasu, star son desu. This isn't even proper Japanese. What are you doing here, man? Oh. This is high quality live streaming, man. You just have to accept it. Sometimes live streams are just too high level for you, man, and you don't understand the deep meta-linguistic elements of this live stream. You don't understand the artistic intent behind behind the use of this grainy camera to do this. Oh! I'm supposed to pull this thing, aren't I? Okay. What do I do? Am I supposed to pull this? What button do I use to grab things? I actually forgot. Oh shit! I accidentally threw a grenade where I'm standing. Okay. How do I pull this? Am I not supposed to pull this? Is there something I can do here? I can throw more bombs. That didn't work. Okay, I guess I'm not supposed to throw more bombs. I can open a door. Oh my god. This is so woke. I'm doing so well, man. This is artistic. This is bread and butter content right here. Look at this. Look at how woke I am, man. I'm spreading all these hot takes. Look at this. Did that work? I just shocked myself. Am I playing on console? Yeah, I'm playing on... I guess I can just turn on the light to show you. Is that, so that I have, right here, I have the PS2. I have the PS2 set up. That this is the original PS2. Well, actually it's the Slim, but you know what I mean. It's a PS2 thing. So if you go over here in my closet, ooh, I'm gonna show you behind the scenes stuff in here. If you go in here in my closet, there's a lot of clothes over it, but I have a bunch of PS2 games in here. Like I've got Yakuza. Yakuza's a really good game. You know, I have a bunch of PS2 stuff kind of just hanging around. If you wanted to see the game properly, I could place it here, and then you'd be able to see it better. The thing is that the cord doesn't reach that far. Okay, yeah, you can actually see what I'm doing now. Ah, that's an Easter egg right there. Yeah. What do you mean it's an Easter egg? I'm confused. Have you played this game before? The closet view. Oh, yeah. Very rare. Yeah, I don't normally show people what's in my closet. I hope there wasn't like a package in there that had my address or something on it. That would have been bad. Is this something I can shoot, theoretically? Okay, I can't shoot that. I play the PS2 using this HDMI adapter. Basically, I plug the HDMI into... Oh, camera quality is too low to dox me. Okay, cool. I plug... It's like this special adapter where you can plug the HDMI into the PS2. It's a nice system. Yeah, sometimes I don't know how low the camera quality actually is. Is that like on the phone, for instance, like my phone camera has pretty good quality, but every time I've live streamed on the phone, the camera quality always goes down. RGB cables to box TV versus HDMI extension. Oh yeah, no, I absolutely agree. If I could do RGBD SCART and everything with a CRT, I would. I just can't because I don't like I don't have the money to get a CRT right now. Oh, I could show you something actually. So, yeah, let me just turn this off. Is that in Japan, actually, you can get CRT televisions really fucking cheap. Is that the Sony Trinitron is a famous CRT that's known for being quite good. It's basically known for being good at producing HD stuff while also being able to produce stuff in AV pretty well. Let me see here. Let me find. So there's a website. There's a website I was looking at the other day, which is basically like the Craigslist of Japan, essentially. And you can get like a Trinitron, which would cost, like $100, $200 if you got it on Craigslist or God forbid on eBay in the United States. And it costs a lot of money because it's an HD CRT television. It's kind of rare, it's bulky, it costs a lot to carry and stuff. Like, it's like 300 pounds, the goddamn television. But in Japan, like, there's tons of Trinitrons. You can just get the delivery man to bring it to your fucking house for $18. It's like, you have so much old stuff in your house, yet no CRT. I'm shook. Yeah, well, the reason is that, because I used to have a CRT, but then I ended up, let me close this out. I ended up losing it when I moved here, because I've moved so many times throughout the United States that I lost the CRT. But it's unfortunate. I didn't get to bring it with me. It was just too heavy. My family still uses 4x3 CRT TVs and we live in America. They're gonna start an electrical fire. I mean, 4x3 CRT TVs are nice. They're aesthetic. Just use a surge protector. As long as you have a surge protector, everything will be fine. Yeah, I wanna. This is the original. I'm gonna show you the original TV I had growing up. I put 16+9 by accident, but this TV right here was the original one I used growing up. Well, it was kind of like a variant of that. It was more close to this one. This beast of a television Man, I have so many memories on this TV. At 4:3 is the best ratio ever. No, I completely agree. 4:3 is very nice. But I think like having a TV like this is good because it can do 4:3 and it can do 16:9 at the same time. So it's the best of both worlds. And it's got the big CRT aesthetic and everything. Let me find. Do you ever play with it up close and feel the static? When I was a kid, yeah. I would like just sitting there and playing with the static. I need to find. There's a specific website that I want to show you. I believe it's called. Let me see. Okay, that's what it's called. Japan. So this is the top selling app. So if I go Google Translate, and then I do Sony Trinitron. Well, actually no, I can just go to the Wikipedia page, can I? Unless they don't have it there. Google Translate. Okay, and then I go Sony Trinitron. You can find on this website you can find a version of it. I could have sworn they had the Japanese version of the name, but oh, whatever. So we got Trinitron here. Copy it, paste it into the website, and then what is this? Manga Sesame Street? What is this? Okay, I need to be more specific. We go Sony Trinitron. Maybe if I put it in like this, it'll come out properly. Okay. Because I have it on my phone. That's the thing, is that if I look it up on my phone, it looks fine. Sometimes search engines on these websites. What the hell? I have it opened up on my phone. Okay, I'm not insane. I can show this to you. I can show this to you right here. Is that for... Yeah, let me just open it up. You can literally find the same... You can literally find the same TV on this website. On Mercari. And it's for 2,000 yen. For 2,000 yen, you can find the same TV. That's roughly like $18, you know? Here, let me check the exact conversion rate on that. I'm searching, and it would be cool to get one with HDMI. It says, toward the end of the Trinitron's life, Sony started including HDMI jacks. Yeah, like the one that I had as a kid had an HDMI jack, and so it was very good because of that. Our TV was made in like 2000, the year 2000. I think the last Trinitron was made in 2006, which is supposed to be like the definitive best one. But yeah, you can get a TV. You can just get a TV delivered to you off this, basically the Craigslist of Japan. That's exactly like the one that I grew up with, for $18. If I wanted to get this TV in the U.S., I would have to pay exponentially more. And like, they have this one, this 32 inches right here, and it's like, it's very, very similar to the TV that I grew up with, like right down to, and you get an image of the back panel here. They've got HDMI back there, and so like, I want to own another TV like the one that I had when I was a kid. Seems like in the US it's much more difficult to do that. It says you give cash on delivery, so basically you just get it delivered to you, and then you just give the guy who delivered it cash. It's that simple. It's like in the US, the whole process, you'd have to get a moving truck, you'd have to pay like $100 to a couple $100 to get this thing. It would be too much of a hassle to get a TV like this. In Japan, you can just get the fucking TV. Like, it's so much easier. When you move to Japan, you gotta cop that gym. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, that's the idea. Is that I want to be good enough at Japanese by the time that I'm 18 to leave America and, you know, get my visa and everything, live in Japan, and do freelance translation work. That's what I want to do, is I want to become a freelance translator and make money that way. But yeah, that's how I want to live. I want to live the neat lifestyle as a freelancer, because I don't think I want to work a normal job. I'm probably gonna have to at some point, but if I could just live in like a cheap apartment, you know, in Japan, that would be really nice. So let me find this here. So there's a special aggregate website that has all of the foreigner-friendly apartments. It's called like, I believe it's literally called Gaijin Apartments, something to that effect. And it has like, it's an aggregate of all the foreigner-friendly apartments in Japan. My dog wants to get up onto the chair. Let me see here. Let me see, and meet one of Daniel's ex-girlfriends along the way. Hell, even collab with the man himself. I mean, yes, that I'll become the next Daniel son, and I'll make Daniel videos. This is something my dog regularly does, by the way. He's a very good boy. If you go to, let me find it here. Let me find a specific place. Let me go to Osaka. Yeah, this is Bertram, by the way. That's his name. He's a good boy. He's hitting the laptop. He doesn't like the laptop. Do you think you'll make a lot of IRL friends in Japan? It depends on if I go out. If I go out, sure. But if I'm just doing lots of work, then probably not. Let's go 30,000 yen is the maximum amount, which is about like, it's about $250, something like that. Like, immediately you can already find like cheap apartments in Osaka. Bert. Oh, be good. He wants to bite me. Look at, he's a good boy. Like look at this. You know, it's small, of course. It's like one room, but it doesn't matter to me that it's one room. All that matters is that it's a place to live. You know, like this looks kind of run down. I'm gonna admit it. It looks kind of run down, but it's a place to live. Like, I just want a place to live that's cheap, and I actually like the aesthetic of studio apartments more than but look, that's $210, man. And like, this isn't the only website. There's multiple websites that are like this that have rent that's like $200, $300. Like, you know, they provide full images. You can look at who the landlord is, and like, yeah, they might have a lease or something, but like, it's a small room, but it's enough of a space, you know? You can walk to the local grocery store or something, you know? It's a space to live in. That's really all I need. It's just somewhere where I can live. You know, there's a bunch of them. As long as you scroll down, you can keep finding more. But like, I would like to live in Osaka, because Osaka is generally a pretty cheap place to live. Let's see. Let me see. Have you seen that Japanese guy's Japan living in the channel linked in No Thank You's channel? What? I'm confused. I don't know what channel you're referring to. Rizzy the Weep says hello. And people will make meme with both of your heads on over JoJo characters' heads with Daniel saying, "I see lots of cereal for you, my son." Yes, I'm gonna cuck him. The more I look at your dog, the more I think my dog is half terrier. Probably, they look kind of similar. Liam says, yo, what's up, Liam? I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before. Hell, I don't even think I've seen you comment before. Welcome to the stream. No thank you just keeps writing random stuff in Romanji. Incorrect spellings as well. Shame. Shame on you. Okay, he's a good boy. He wants to lick my ear now. Evening, champ. Hello. Is no thank you okay? No thank you is always okay. I refuse to believe that that man is capable of falling down. Seems like every time I go to his videos, it seems like even though he's very depressed, he always seems to be getting through it. No, it's like that meme where it says, you know, how do you deal with the pain? And then it'll say like drugs or exercise or therapy or something, and then there's the option where it says I simply live with the pain, and then it has the character from Metal Gear Solid looking over the image. I feel like that's just No Thank You's life, which means his life is just the status quo, therefore it is good, in my opinion. I'm gonna steal your dog. Stealing your dog as if it were easy. Let me see. Have you heard of Code Vein? It's basically Weeaboo Dark Souls. I've never heard of it. He seems like he's having a ball when his mom's at work and he's just drinking vodka and smoking dank weed. Yeah. I mean that is one way. That is one way of getting through. No thank you might be okay, but am I okay? I don't know. That's a good question. One that I don't have the answer for. Stealing your dog as if it was cool. No, stealing my dog is in fact the most cool thing one can do. Because he has... Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's that the color brown is actually the color of the master race. And my dog has the color brown. And that means he's going to take over, and he's going to beat all of you up with his nose or something, I don't know. That was actually during a get-together with a couple of mates. PC is the master race. I mean, obviously, AI is going to replace us. Who do you think is the worst YouTuber? Oh my god, that's a really tough question. I guess, like, Onision? So Onision's really bad. I was gonna say Jake Paul, but that's like an obvious answer. Like, all the answers I can give are like really obvious. I think Rice Gum is really terrible. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know who the worst YouTuber would be. There's a lot of really bad YouTubers. Anybody who's like Jake Paul or Rice Gum or Onision, all of those people, they're bad. Anyone who are like those guys. I almost knocked my tooth out by walking into a wall today. I believe it. The worst YouTuber is Blair White. I mean, she's cute. I like her well enough. Let me see. Yeah, don't walk into walls, man. See, I remember when I was about 9 years... Also, no politics in my chat. I330 set this rule. You gotta follow his rule, unironically. But, like... let me see. What was I remember when I was like 10 or 11 years old, I would walk into rakes. Something I did multiple times. I would keep walking into rakes when they were outside, and when I stepped on it, it would hit me in the face. And I was like, why did that happen? And it turned out it was because when you step on a rake, the force pushes up and it hits you in the face. I didn't know that when I was a kid. White people will become, again, no politics. Let's see, LMAO, Star has to reflect on being 10 to relate to a 20-year-old man walking into a wall. Okay, that sounds a little bit bad. I'm trying to think of something recent where I did that. I mean, I walk around with my shoes untied a lot, but I don't know how to tie my shoes. I refuse. Okay, I never learned how to tie my shoes as a kid, and I just still don't know how. And I don't know how to tie trash bags, actually. I could look it up online. I could just Google it. Like, my parents kept trying to show me as a kid, and I just refused. I would just sit there. I wouldn't actually tie my shoes. Use Velcro. I do use Velcro. All of my shoes are always Velcro. Fixes the problem. I get the trash bags that are easier to zip up. Fixes the problem. Let me see. Oh, Star, how are you replying to the chat when you can't read? It's intuitive knowledge, man. Tie your shoes once, then wear them as slip-ons. That sounds like too much effort. My dog is, like, biting my arm. Let me show you this. He has a... Oh, I almost dropped the computer. He's a good boy. Oh no, he clicked out of OBS. That dastardly fellow. He's such a good boy. Yesterday I slipped down the stairs twice. First time I injured my back and arms. The second time, I'm sorry for laughing at that. The second time I hurt my legs. I didn't mean to laugh, that was legit sad. I didn't learn how to tie my shoes until 6th grade. Well, at least you learned how to. But, yeah, that sounds pretty rough. Don't fall down, please. He legit read one of my comments like a dyslexic earlier. No, you should have seen it. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. Like I said, I didn't learn how to read until I was about 7.5, around that age. And the book that I really got into was this book called Treasure Island. Like, that was the thing that made me into reading. But before that point, I had been read to a lot by my mom. And thank God, my mom always read to me from when I was in pre-K to when I was like 7, 8 years old. Although she did it a lot less when I turned 6. But, you know, she kept reading to me. And so I would always look at the words, and she would ask me about certain words. And so the reason I understand... I don't actually know how to pronounce words when I look at them. Like, I don't really understand how, like, on a logical, intellectual level, I don't really know how to read words. It's just that I've seen the words so many times that they're stuck in my memory. So, like, when my mom would read me those books and I would try to read a book on my own, I didn't know how to sound them out. I just knew them because I've seen the words so many times. And that's generally how I learn most things. It's just through, like I said, it's intuitive knowledge. No, it's okay. In PewDiePie's latest video, HMR was in the suggested box. Really? Let me see here. Let me open this up. Dr. Seuss and books about animal facts taught me how to read. I learned how to fully read at 6. Let me see. Holy shit, my video was in PewDiePie's recommended videos during his latest video at 12, 12, what number is that? 27. Oh, 1227. Okay. This confirms that he watches my channel. Oh my god. That actually is really cool. That's, well, oh my god. Yeah, it is PewDiePie's real thing. He watches Hiding in My Room. That's actually pretty incredible. My love doll is better than real women. That was the video you watched. That's pretty good. I appreciate that. I'm glad I made you a mod because you could share the link. I don't actually go on Reddit very much. I have a Reddit account, but I usually just use it to respond to people who share my videos on subreddits. So like Calliope posted the Analyze Everything video to Digibros subreddit. So I was responding to a few people with my Reddit account on there, but I don't use it except to respond to people talking about my videos. If she breathes, she's a thought? I mean, what even is a thought at this point? The word has been used so much. What does it even mean? All dolls are queens. Yes, I agree. We need to replace women with dolls, and this is how we'll bring out the anti-natalist revolution. Reddit account. It's called Star-Coon, or Star-Coon is a Redditor. That's the name of my Reddit account. I've only used it like 2 times. I love Reddit. I just use it to ask people information about animals. I just Google information about animals. Like, I can definitely see the utility in using Reddit for like more obscure questions, like if you need help on a specific thing. But like ever since I was about 11, 12 years old, I've just gotten into the habit of Googling every single problem that I have. I remember when I was about 12, my dad told me, Google every problem you have and then you'll be able to learn what it is. And I would always watch him do that, and so he was the one, he taught me how to always Google everything. And so every time I have a problem, I do extensive Googling. Wait, this guy's hiding in my room? The guy in these comments? In what comments? I'm confused. The dude who snuck out on his GF one night, yeah, he's pretty funny. It's better if you can ask people who own the animal and then showing pictures of mine. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's for more specific questions that it helps. I have the Doom poster in the background. I just realized that. Doom is so cool, man. I wish I could play Doom on the live stream. Same can be said about the word incel. Lost its meaning. Daniel isn't a virgin, and yet he has a page on the incel wiki. Shake my head. Yeah, like I feel like incel was one of those terms that didn't even really mean anything in the first place, because like no one is truly involuntarily celibate. It's a choice. You know, I don't like using the word choice because I'm a determinist, so I don't really like thinking about things in terms of free will and stuff. But like, if the material conditions were set about correctly and the people were inspired by the right source of information, then they would, you know, they would be able to overcome inceldom. Everyone, no, like, I think there's a chance for everybody to get into a relationship if they just change some things about themselves and improve. Maybe I'm being a bit optimistic, but I don't think anyone is ever truly involuntarily celibate. Chris Chan is the only true incel. He shoots his shoot 24/7. Yeah, no, I mean, like, Chris Chan could probably get like a transgender person or who's like in the furry community or something to be with him. But like, I don't think Chris Chan at this point is particularly interested in doing any, like, what do they do? Like, what does Chris Chan even do nowadays? I don't even know. I haven't kept up on the lore. I don't believe in free will either, so do you think Daniel was doomed from the start? Well, like, when I talk about free will, it doesn't mean that people are doomed from the start. It just means that everything that happens happened because of another thing. And so the reason I might be using the words that I'm using today is because I had a very specific upbringing, had very specific experiences that led me to doing that. But it doesn't mean that I can't change. My conditions just have to change, and I have to be influenced by someone else in order to change in that way. But, like, determinism is about everything having a cause and effect, essentially. That there's always a cause in order for an effect to happen. And so I think at this point, Daniel is doomed unless he, like, something just radically changes. And I think he had a better chance at changing, that if someone just came into his life and gave him the right advice and the right tools to change, he could have changed. It's too late now. Like, everyone has a chance to do that, it's just that they need to be put in the right circumstances, in my opinion. I don't think he was doomed from the start. I don't think anyone is doomed from the start. Chris Chan made his house into a pharmaceutical company in Virginia. Google Sonichu headquarters. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Was it a Chris Chan drawing or just a printed on image of Chris Chan? Because, dear God. Let me see here. Let me Google this. This can't be real. What the hell? It's real! It's real! Oh my god! Oh my god! And he's got the Sonichu medallion on and everything. Oh! Why? 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 Why do you have to live in me wrong? Let me see here. Isn't Daniel just capitalizing on getting an incel demographic? Seems like a persona. He's slaying puss night and day. Yeah, no, basically that's what he's doing. Like, the people who watch his videos are usually people who are unemployed, like me, or people who don't get laid very much. And so, yeah, like, I think that those are the lonely people watch Daniel's videos. You know, people who need to hear somebody talk about these depressive experiences and give someone to relate to. I mean, it's not just lonely people. Like, there's a lot of normies who watch his videos just to make fun of him, or to, like, just look in on what this guy is doing. Like, it's interesting. But he's definitely cashed in on this very, like, specific group of lonely people who want to have sex. Like, he made this whole video about his advice for incels. Also his phone no is there. Wow. Oh, I have the top chat open. I should be using the live chat to see every post. Let's see. Holy shit, this is news to me. Yeah, I agree. They made a weird doll of Christian. Oh lord. Christian has the deepest lore. Actually, I want to send you a video. It's like the deepest Christian lore video ever. Let me send it to you. It's really interesting. Like the guy does... I'll see if I can pull it up on this other computer, actually. Like, the guy does a full lecture. He does a full lecture about Sonichu. I have, like, a bunch of papers on my, thing, on my desk, because there's... Okay, let me put this... Where do I put this? I'll put it back over here, so you can more effectively see what it is I'm trying to get to. But there's an entire lecture on Sonichu, and it's very in depth. Like, it's got like a whole stage and everything. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll send the link in the chat. This video is the most that I know about Christian. It's the Ben Saint lecture. Yeah, it's the PCP one. Okay, the people in chat know what I'm talking about. That's good. Oh boy. I feel like I should, like, stand up on the live stream from now on. So I don't like sitting in this chair for so long. Oh. You can now see me. This is actually a vlog now. This is actually a vlog. Okay. I'm so small. I'm a small man. I can look at the chat over here. It pisses me off when Daniel claims to have social anxiety, yet he goes to Germany, yet I can't buy anything at a convenience store without feeling like everyone is looking at me. Yeah, like, I feel like social anxiety is kind of on a scale. Like, sometimes there's people who are socially awkward and who get very nervous in certain situations. But then there's people who are, like, totally agoraphobic. You know, they can't leave their house, very anxious everywhere they go. So it depends on how severe the social anxiety is. Like, even with doctors, like, they have different scales that they give you. They'll say that your social anxiety is severe, or they'll say you're agoraphobic, or they'll say, you have mild social anxiety, or you have generalized anxiety. It depends on the specific case. But the thing with Daniel is that I don't think he's gone to a professional. He just kind of claims that he is a certain way, which I don't think is particularly helpful. At no thank you, did you get your bank card sorted? Is no thank you in the chat? I can't see his posts. I should make him a mod, actually. Or are you busking? Let me make him a mod. Yeah, no thank you is a mod now. I gotta go. Hope you have a good day, Star. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I can be in social situations, but sometimes afterwards I will do things like commit self-harm or just hide in my room for as long as I can, even if nothing went wrong. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's... that's what I'm talking about with, like, severe social anxiety, is that it can be really bad. But I hope you're able to get through it, because that's pretty rough. Yo, have you learned Japanese yet? Boy, that's gonna take more than a week to do. I'm not gonna learn Japanese in a week's time. That's like 18 months you're looking at there. It's like 24 months you're looking at there. That's not a 1 week, you know? But I'm going slowly but surely. I'm at about 63 kanji characters down. There's about 7 other ones that I'm not too good at writing yet, that I have trouble remembering, that I tend to mix up with other characters. But I'm almost at 70 kanji characters. Remember some basic sentences and stuff. There's a multi-part comprehensive documentary by the Chestery by Jin Samel, 2.1. Currently 12 parts, next part be in by June #1, period. 13 parts, okay. Percentage-wise, how far do you think you are in learning? 6%, 3%? Well, it depends on what you define as learning or fluency. Because, like, in terms of the kanji characters, at least, there's 3,000 general use kanji that you have to know. So I've learned 63 over the last 3-4 days. And so that would mean that I would have to learn 35 per day, I think, if I wanted to learn all 3,000 of them in the next 3 months, which there's a few people who have done using the method that I'm using. I've been able to get results very fast using this method, so I think I could do it if I put in enough work. So, I don't know, maybe like 1%? I don't really know. I can't do math. I'm dyscalculic. I don't understand math. Like, I can't even read clocks. And when you put most math equations in front of me, I just get confused because I have trouble interpreting numbers. Seriously, this will blow you away. Yeah, I'll check it out after the live stream. That Gino Samuel documentary is for normies. Just watch the entire archive of his videos. I don't actually know who this is, but I'm assuming that's a woke take or something. You see here. Maybe I can show you the... Do you guys like Rakugo Shinju? So I have a Rakugo Shinju wall scroll. It's right here. It's a good show. I put up the wall scroll the other day. Looks very nice. Maybe I can... see, what's going on? Chris Chan, historian. Oh, okay. Okay, he's a Chris Chan historian. I don't really understand who these people are. I'm not like as deep level as you guys are in this stuff. Also, he made a cover of Plastic Love. Nice. I'm surprised I can read from this far away without glasses. Actually, I can't read that far away without glasses. Did you print shit from the public library to taint your wall? I think that's what that says. I have not yet. I haven't gone to the public library. It's generally difficult for me to leave the house. Is that I don't, unless I have it like very planned, I end up just staying in my room completely by accident a lot of the time. Like, I get so immersed into doing one thing that I oftentimes forget to go out. Just click the link, you can watch it later. Okay. Oh, I have to log into YouTube again because I closed out Firefox when when the computer crashed. I'll do it later, man. I'll do it later.
Mm.
I need to build my own nuke, Ted Kaczynski style. That's gonna be my life choice, man. That's gonna be my legacy in life. Is is becoming Ted Kaczynski. Don't, that's not true. It's a joke, FBI. Don't listen to that. It's a joke. Don't take my stream down again. I always want to play Pong on the computer. So I always want to go to the Pong website, and then I want to play Pong. But I'm never able to because I have to install Flash on this computer. I don't want to do that. Let me see here. Pong is actually... I've been asking you and know if you checked Higurashi out yet, and I bet none of you fags checked it out. I have not read Higurashi. I think I should read Higurashi in its like natural form, because like most visual novels, they're very contextual. So I have an Anki deck actually. I have an Anki deck that's comprised of all of the most common anime and visual novel Japanese, the Japanese that's typically used in those settings. And so I was studying through those sentences. The problem is that a lot of those sentences have a bit more complex things going on, a bit more sounds that I'm not used to hearing. So I've been trying to work on simple sentences first. And so, it'll be a little bit until I'm able to read and listen to a visual novel. But I will do it eventually, because it's in Japanese, therefore it's immersion, which immersion is good for learning. No audio. F. Oh, no, the audio's back. I just had to respond to something in the other room. But there's a lot of visual novels that you can get by reading them with just the general use kanji. It's not too bad, the first 3,000... Because the thing is that most Japanese media is comprised of those 3,000 characters. Like, they tend to get by just having those. But there is some that's a bit more advanced that you might need to know. 4,000, for example, which is, above my pay grade at this point, obviously. But the 3,000... shouldn't be too hard to learn. It's just about putting in the time, and then I'll be able to read stuff like that. I have Doraemon comics coming in the mail, the first 2 volumes of Doraemon in Japanese. Just the manga is meant to be for little kids, it's meant to be for children, and so it'll be nice being able to read that, being able to read that in its native form, because the language is very simple, so it isn't going to be anything too tasking to read. Do you beat yourself up for not learning Japanese at a more younger age? No, I don't think that's a healthy mindset to have, because, like, when I was 15, or when I was 16, and I tried to learn it, I just wasn't ready to. I didn't have the discipline. My mind was in the wrong place, and my conditions were bad, too. Like when I was 15, I didn't have a door in my room or anything like that, and my house was full of mold, and the house was falling apart in general. I was really sad. So I can't blame my 15-year-old self for not learning Japanese, because I was just really sad at the time. And then at 16, I had to move all over the country. I didn't have time. I was dealing with so much emotional stuff going on that there was no way I could have learned it back then. And plus, the methods that I use were a little bit too complicated for me to understand at that age, and I didn't have, the mental focus that I have now. I think part of it has to do with brain development, is that as you get older, you can do these more complex methods of learning, because, your focus and your comprehension just gets better as you get older. So I don't blame myself for not learning at a younger age. And plus, it's not like I'm gonna die anytime soon. Like, I'm 17 years old. Next year I'll be 18 years old. Like, it's not like I'm in my 40s or 50s, you know? I'm always gonna have time to learn. And so I don't think it's fair to beat myself up for not learning something a few years ago. And I don't think it's fair to beat myself up for taking a day off, you know? Sometimes we do need a day off. Sometimes, you know, you just want to spend 2 hours learning instead of 3 or 4. Like, it's about what's making you happy. Well, the reason I like doing this isn't because it's like a job or a disciplinary thing. I do it because it's fun and I care about it. If I'm not having fun, if I'm not enjoying the process, then I shouldn't be doing it. My goal has always been to make the experience of doing it fun. And I think back then, I was just way too depressed and uncreative as a person for that to happen. Have you watched Welcome to the NHK? It's actually my second favorite anime. I have a Welcome to the NHK wall scroll over there somewhere. I've showed it off in a video or two before. It's a really great show. I relate to it a lot. I watched it when I was 14, I want to say, and it was very relatable back then. It wasn't my first anime. My first anime was Ponyo Ponyo Digikara when I was about 6 or 5 years old, something like that. I just meant in the sense that they say it's easier to grasp things like language and music at a very young age. I don't really buy into that. Like a lot of the people who say that aren't really taking advantage of the memory capabilities that a developed mind has. So, for example, in Japanese, when you're starting out as a kid in school, you learn all of the most simple words. Well, they're simple, but they're complex to draw. The reason why is because as a kid, you're fine with just writing it out over and over and over again, because at that point, you're just going to be forced to go to school, so it doesn't matter. But you're learning the simple words because you're more likely to have simple words in your vocabulary, whereas abstract concepts you're not going to know. What's great about James Heisig's model is that he totally throws this out of the playing field, and he says, okay, we're going to base this off of pictures. We're going to make the primitive elements of the kanji combine together to make a story out of it, instead of basing the learning of this based on how simple the words are. We're going to base it on how simple the drawings are. And so you start out with all of the most simple drawings that later on, as you go through the book, those drawings are found within other drawings, because most kanji are simply a combination of other kanji. And so I think it's actually easier as an adult because you can use memorizing tools like this. A 5-year-old kid isn't going to know how to use a spaced repetition system meant for medical students, you know, like what I'm doing. Like, they're not going to be able to grasp these memory tricks that you use in order to learn more effectively. They just learn through listening to it all the time, which, granted, is the same way that adults learn. So I don't know. I don't think it's a fair comparison, because Stephen Krashen, for instance, I mention him a lot, is that he's like the linguist. You know, he's a big deal, and he came up with the input hypothesis, where he talked about how learning as an adult isn't actually that different from learning as a kid. It's basically the same thing. But what's often been added on to his input hypothesis is the tools that you're given as an adult to learn in more of an intellectual way, to break things down into, into easier ways to understand it, whereas when you're a kid, you don't have those tools to break it down. You can't turn it into a story or something more simple. You just kind of have to use rote memorization, which makes everybody sad. Did you cry watching NHK? I think I cried... Oh, yeah, I cried at the end where... well, I don't want to spoil the ending, but the scene with Misaki and Sato... at that place with the barbed wire at the cliff, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I cried at that scene. That's interesting. So you do feel Japanese education techniques are superior to the Western methods. Um, I think the way Japan teaches it is wrong. Because there's an easier way to learn the kanji as an English speaker. It's just the problem with Western methods is that we copy the Japanese methods way too much because we're not adapting it to an English speaking context. Like, the reason why I've been able to learn so fast is because I'm doing everything that a Japanese teacher would tell you not to do. And so I think the Japanese methods, they make sense for that context, for like little kids and stuff, because they're teaching you simple words, but they're also teaching you complex characters that you have to write out over and over again for 10 years. Whereas if you do it through recognizing the primitives and how they work together, and then building a story out of that, it's much easier to remember. It's a method called mnemonics. Let me see here. Professional cortex word won't develop fully until age 25, yet by your late teens, your brain tells you to have sex with as many people as possible, even though that may be socially, practically, and psychologically bad. Yeah, that's true. That's because your frontal cortex and your brain functions aren't fully developed yet, but your body is developed at that point. You didn't say that your number one anime is. My favorite anime is Cowboy Bebop. My second favorite is NHK. And then my third favorite is Rakugo Shinju. Specifically Season 2. But yeah, like, I actually think Japanese is easier to learn if you use hacking, if you use methods that are different from the norm, things that they wouldn't tell you. How much did you read at the Netflix Bebop? I read a lot. I refuse to watch it. I don't even know if it's out yet. I'm not following any news about it. I refuse to follow this situation. It's because, like I know Shinichiro Watanabe is on the staff, but it's never going to be the same. It was meant to be made in an animated context. I actually made a whole video about it. I made a whole video explaining why Bebop shouldn't have a live-action adaptation. What a good boy. I think my wall scroll will fall down if I keep going up against it like this, so I probably should move. I'm getting my dog riled up too. Oh boy. Alright, let's move over here now. We're going back to the computer chair. Oh boy. But yeah, learning the kanji characters is actually the easiest part. It's just that people insist on making it difficult. It's like that quote from Epicurus. Life is really simple, but people insist on making it complex. I think that was Epicurus who said that. Might have been Plato. I think it was Epicurus. I don't know. Part 2 of the Netflix Death Note is confirmed to be released in the future. Oh god. I hope ER makes more videos on Death Note. I love ER. He's a good man. Let's see. I think that was the most edgy thing I said in the chat today, but it is true. Have you ever heard of this E:R guy? He makes these really good anime analysis videos. He did the one on Death Note, then he has this one on Steven Universe, which is like, it's just one of the funniest things I've seen. Even though I don't agree with the guy's politics, he's very funny. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out what game I can just like turn on. I turn on TF2. Wonder if TF2 will show up. on the screen or not, because a lot of the time, what good news though, a new Death Note one-shot has been announced and is coming between July and August 2019 by the original mangaka. Oh, cool. That is very cool. I'm excited. Now Death Note is like a solid 9 out of 10. It's a great show. It was one of my favorites back in 2014, 2013 when I first watched the show. I watched the entire show on YouTube of all things. I had this giant CRT monitor, and I put the monitor there on my desk. I was using a Windows XP computer to stream the show off of YouTube. I saw Hitman 2 was in your Steam games. Do you enjoy it? I think it's a good game. Yeah, Hitman 2 is very nice. I played Hitman 2 on the PlayStation 2 back in 2014. Is that I had a friend named William. I went over to his house only 2 times. But when I went over to his house, we played a lot of PS2 games with each other, because he lived in a trailer with like lots of chickens and stuff outside of his house, you know, kind of in a desolate, rundown area, and so he didn't really have a lot of newer video games, but he had the PS2, and so we would play PS2 games together. I find the big landscape and varying ways of killing someone very satisfying. I completely agree. I always like games that have cool executions. You can switch out different weapons and such. What is it like being a gamer in South Africa? That's what I want to know. You're probably ostracized. It's like every other minority race. They're all thrown out. That's how it works, man. I just explained I just explained how South Africa works to all of you casuals, all of you dummies, and you don't even understand. Is this actually working? I might actually be able to play TF2 on live stream. Because normally, like, I guess it's because I'm using LXDE that it's working better. Wow. Imagine gamers as a political class. Oh, yeah, no, man, it's coming. Sargon of Akkad can run as a politician. Gamers are going to rise up, dude. They're gonna rise up, man. You don't even know. Who is your main in TF2? I like using the guy who can shoot good. I don't actually know very much about TF2. I've only played this game for like 15 hours. I don't actually know very much about this game. Haha, no, all the Chads here are gamers. We're confined to our gated communities, so they just drink and game. That's pretty nice. I want to know, like, so do the black people and the white people interact a lot in South Africa? Like, are you guys often friends, or is the divide that big between you guys? Oh boy, the game is actually working. Let me see. This guy with the bomb. This is the guy who I always play as. It's going a little bit slow. No, it's freezing up a little bit. Is that they're? Oh wow, it's actually working. It's actually live streaming the game. I'm actually amazed it's able to do this. Wow. And normally it doesn't work. So I've tried live streaming this game on this computer before, and the whole computer crashed. With my generation, we interact and are cool with one another because after apartheid ended in 1994, we all went to the same school with each other. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the way South Africa is always presented in the media is that, oh, there's gonna be a race war and Julius Malema is gonna do the mass line or something. Everyone's gonna blow each other up with racially charged weapons and stuff. That's the way they always talk about it in American media. And I'm thoroughly skeptical of American media at this point, Because it seems like we always just try to make the world sound scarier than it is. Because whenever I've talked to people who live in these supposedly scary countries, they always say, oh, it's not so bad. I knew a Chinese guy, he liked Xi Jinping, he thought Xi Jinping was good. The way the media talks about it's like, oh, everyone hates Xi Jinping in China and stuff. And you know, I've talked to people from Malaysia, they say, oh yeah, Malaysia's not that dangerous. Just the media says it is. I have a Nambian friend who looks pretty white, but also has some brown features, so I don't know his race, but he's really cool. But for boomers, they will interact with black people if they are subordinates or work for them, like gardeners and labor workers. Damn, it's been so ingrained in their minds. Like, neuroplasticity is real, but for certain people, they refuse. They just refuse to go down the path, man. They gotta meditate. They gotta get on that David Lynch shit. Let's see. I'm so good at TF2, man. Look at me. I'm amazing. I'm schooling all of you. All of you in this game. I'm gonna get stream sniped. Tramp Stamp is gonna stream snipe me right now with dial-up internet. I watched the whole Netflix Death Note on YouTube before it was taken down. If I recall correctly, you can write someone and force them to kill themselves without writing the other person's name. If so, why didn't Light write Rotari's if he forced him to shoot instead of forcing him to find his name? Yeah, like there, I know there are a lot of plot points in the movie that just get jumbled and messed up somehow. It doesn't seem like it had a lot of care put into it. It seems like it was just kind of put out. I have 2,000 hours in TF2 and stopped regularly playing months ago. Jesus Christ, I don't understand how people can play one game for so long. I mean, I kind of understand, because there are certain games that I have played over and over again, but like 2,000 hours, it's like... It's just so many things you can do in 2,000 hours. Oh, that was one of my teammates, okay. So many things you can do in 2,000 hours. Oh! Ree! The directors deleted his Twitter due to death threats. Yeah, all of those people were gonna write his name in the, in a notebook. Director was gonna die, man. I don't know how people on the internet can take death threats seriously, though. Like, when has a director actually gotten killed by people who say they're gonna kill him online? It's so rare. It doesn't actually happen. Like, Daniel's address can be public, and nobody stabbed him, and obviously there are people out there who want to. His address has been public for a long time now. He has a live stream of his front yard whenever he does live streams. He has camera footage of his front yard. It's like someone could stab him if they wanted to. His mom isn't going to defend him. But no one does. I'm convinced death threats don't actually mean anything unless it's by, like, Islamic people. Have you ever gotten a death threat, maybe because you critiqued anime? I've gotten a few of them. But nothing, like, super serious. I've gotten death threats from friends before, which was... I've gotten more death threats from people who I knew as friends than people who actually just commented on my videos. I've had a few people comment that, but it was always, you know, it was always very obvious that they were just kind of saying it. It's, you know, just a code of passage on the internet. It never seemed very serious to me. I've gotten people leaving long, detailed comments saying that my videos are dishonest and stuff. They don't give evidence. Like, you can find me contradicting information in videos and stuff. If you wanted to paint me as a liar, you could just go through my videos. They don't even use evidence. They just leave these long paragraphs of assuming that I'm not telling the truth. I don't know if it's because I look a certain way, or they don't like the way I talk. I've had a lot of people comment, you know, claiming that I'm like a fake, and doing so in a very violent way, you know, being very insulting while saying it, and I don't see the point. You can say I'm dishonest, you can have your criticism, but why be so angry? There's no reason to ever take every single thing you hear on the internet as 100% true. You know, even though I do try to tell the truth, always in my videos. You know, I don't see a reason for people to trust me 100%, because you shouldn't do that with anything on the internet. It's just normal. But I don't understand the fascination with trying to call me out that some of these people have, that they have to... They don't even put the effort in. That's the thing, is that they seem so mad in these comments, but they don't put in the effort to try and debunk me. Maybe if you stopped fucking all their girlfriends, they would stop sending death threats, but damn. Damn, man. This is... That... You just hit me right there. That's not okay. Damn. Damn. Oh, I'm not even gonna touch that topic, man. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. It's not okay. This game is the greatest game in the universe, man. Oh wow, I actually got a kill. Can you believe that? Infinite Outlaw getting a kill in Team Fortress 2. What a novel idea. Fucked all their BFs and GFs, of course. I've only had one quote unquote boyfriend in the past. All of like I've dated well, actually no, that's not true, because I dated a trans boy, someone who was a woman and then became a man. And I've dated a lot of trans girls in the past. Depending on your definition of man, it's the same thing. Let me see here. It's very strange, the amount of people who've propositioned me because of my videos. Like, there was this one Korean girl who was pretty nice, but just wasn't my type. She seemed very, very keen on interacting with me in a sexual way, and I didn't have the mood for it, didn't want to. But she was nice. I don't talk about stuff like that in videos because I feel like it's getting into other people's personal information. Maybe I'll briefly mention it in a live stream, but I don't like making entire videos about it just because I feel like it's a violation of other people's privacy. Go home to her, white man. Oh no. I don't want to get into, like, my critiques of her physically, because that's kind of weird. Like, I don't want to be rude, but, like, she wasn't really my type. She didn't really have the type of body that I was interested in. Fraps is a useful tool to see how many FPFs you are getting. There was this one guy who pretended to be a prophet, and he was murdered, yet the guy who burned the Quran lives. Who? I'm confused. Riced.com. How do you go about finding people who are romantically interested in you? They find me from my YouTube channel. My Discord is basically public. My actual Discord name, most people can find it. Or if they don't find me from my videos, a friend of mine will recommend me a person. Like, I had a friend who tried to get me to date multiple people, and all of the relationships ended up not being my thing. Actually, that Korean girl was one of them. I was set up with her, but she was a fan of my videos. I ended up not being interested in any of these people. So I don't talk very much in relationships. Is that the person I'm with always wants to talk to me more than I want to talk to them. I just want to sit in my room, man. I'm just not interested in it. Like, I made a whole video about why I don't watch porn, and I don't see a reason to. Why would I spend so much time just to masturbate? Just to be in the company of someone else romantically? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to compartmentalize you, but are you one of those guys who would date a dude if he liked an anime character? If he looked like an anime character, or if he liked an anime character, I don't know. If he looked like an anime character, probably not. Like, I wouldn't just date someone because of their physical appearance. That's the thing. is that I would want to be able to have a connection with them. The problem is that I find it really difficult to be romantically connected to people. I it I have trouble feeling those emotions. So I don't usually I don't usually go for physical appearance, but I mean I think guys are generally pretty cute. That's just my stance. They don't need to look like anime. No one needs to look like anime. People who exist are cute. Um, it's generally hard for me to get into like a sexual mood though. That's the thing. A YouTuber claimed to be a Muslim prophet, pissed the wrong person, gets killed, another guy burned them the Holy Quran Bible, gets 1 million views, and lives. Wow. Uh, yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that. That's pretty incredible. I had a dream that this one girl I knew was a trap, and it was simultaneously amazing and traumatic. Damn. Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of people are very insecure about their sexuality. I was like that for a long time. So I was like, oh, I don't want to be attracted to this thing. It's okay. No, it doesn't matter what you're attracted to as long as you are attracted to it. I don't think like people need to try and hide it if they're attracted to something. I don't think they need to try to mold themselves into someone else. Just do what makes you happy. You don't need to make your whole identity and worldview revolve around what you're attracted to in your pants, It doesn't matter. Just be attracted to what you're attracted to. And have fun, live life, enjoy yourself. Let's see. This game is actually the highest power leveled game in the universe, man. The power level on this game is so high. Yamazaki Kinto in Death Note live action 2015 was hot as fuck. I haven't seen Death Note 2015, but I generally I think Japanese guys are pretty cute. If I fell in love with a Japanese guy, I would definitely date one. So they're very cute, especially like when Japanese people are bodybuilders as well. It's very cute. Like there's something about the soft Asian features combined with like a manly aesthetic that I like a lot. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, he turned out not to kill me. I thought I was gonna die for a moment. This guy. What about QT bodybuilder women? I mean, I generally haven't found women who are bodybuilders to be that cute. Like, it feels kind of weird to me when I see women who are bodybuilders. Maybe it's like a sexist part of me or something, but like, when I see it, it just feels strange. I don't really like tall girls either. I generally just like, I like short women who are cute. It feels threatening to see a woman who's stronger than me. I'm joking, bro. That shit's disgusting. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not into it. This guy. Okay, he sent a link to the guy. Let me see here. I'm gonna open this up on my other computer. Ooh, oh my god, he looks really nice. Ooh. Yeah, no, I would definitely date a guy who looks like that. He's adorable. Oh. But I generally, when it comes to relationships, I generally am looking for an emotional component. The problem is that seldom do I feel that emotion. Like, I was in one relationship that I was really passionate about, and then it ended. It ended in a very traumatic way, and the relationship itself, like, being in it at the later stages was also kind of traumatic. So I think ever since then, I've tried to get with all these people, and I've just never felt the same as when I was with him. Um, I think maybe like that traumatic experience took a part of my brain and shut it off because it was so hard for me at that time. And I mean like viscerally difficult. Like my heart would literally be beating constantly. And so it would be difficult for me to go to sleep because I was stressed all the time. I would literally fall down because my heart rate was going so fast when that relationship ended. Spend multiple days just always being stressed, constantly thinking about suicide and so on. Would you be compatible with a person if they had a higher libido or sex drive than you? Well, it would depend on what position I'm in. Now, obviously, if I'm the bottom in the relationship, I don't really care. But if I'm the top in the relationship and the person wants to have sex all the time, I wouldn't really be able to because I don't want to do it all the time. That's the thing. It depends on communication. I think that's the most important thing. If we just communicate about it, it should be fine. If I'm the bottom, it doesn't matter how much I want to do it. I would just do it. Have you heard of EDP445? I've never heard of that guy. Is he like a Dark Side Phil ripoff? Is he like the Sonic the Hedgehog OC of Twitch streamers? Oh my god! Oh! Okay. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, man, I gotta move to South Africa and get a black wife. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move to South Africa with my Japanese language skills. Fantastic idea. Man, you can show me around, you can hook me up and everything. Fucking sucks, bro. I'm straight, so I always gotta initiate. Yeah, I know that feel to a certain degree. Like, in the times where I used to try and go out and seek relationships, initiating was always the hardest part, so I know the feeling. Especially if you're a NEET, because when you're a NEET, you spend so much time alone that it's difficult to have social skills to talk to people about these types of things. And like asking for verbal consent is also kind of weird because if you ask for verbal consent, then it kind of breaks the mood. But if you don't do it, then it could also be really upsetting for the other person. So you kind of have to find the right moment where you can make the right move. And it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Let me see here. Oh boy. Oh boy. It sounds like my parents are talking about the house that I grew up in. It sounds like my grandpa died about a week ago. My older grandpa, he died about 5-6 years ago. My other grandpa, he died a week and a half ago. And the house that I grew up in was being sold. But it sounds like my mom just said that he never sold the house. So I don't know what's going to happen to that place. I was in there about a month ago. I was walking through the house, and it was kind of sad because all the furniture had been taken out, the carpet had been ripped up, a lot of our old stuff had been broken down, and I don't know, it was a little bit sad seeing the place I grew up in looking like that, even though I've had a lot of bad experiences there. Something about it just felt strange. There's a lot of Chinese people here. They sell so much fake designer clothes here, it's ridiculous. Oh boy, I'm gonna use Chinese speaking skills later in life to go to South Africa. Have you heard of the South African classical film The Gods Must Be Crazy? That's a good old movie, Mohammed. Did you like it? I've never seen it. I don't watch enough movies to be that cultured. I hope to watch more movies in the future. One of these days. Is it made by black people or is it made by the colonizers? That's what I want to know. Is it a British South African film where they all speak Dutch or deformed Dutch or whatever it is that you people speak over there? A British colony where everyone speaks Dutch. It's so strange. Man, how do you guys do it? I know you guys were originally a Dutch colony, but like even after you guys became a British state, you guys still spoke the weird version of Dutch. South Africa had nuclear weapons in the 1980s, or maybe it was the 1970s. You were the only African state with nuclear weapons, and the prime minister of the country was trying to use it as leverage to keep the Soviet Union out of Africa. And then you guys joined the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty before the apartheid ended. I believe that was like the late 1980s that happened. I think it was because the prime minister of the country was trying to look better to Western leaders. So they said, oh, we're going to get rid of nukes, plus the Soviet Union is almost gone at this point anyway. EP45 is a YouTuber so fucking dank that he made video signing a condom. Lol, it's made by real colonizers. Oh, okay. It's made by actual colonizers. Oh no, not just the descendants of them. I used to be really interested in Algeria because my favorite writer is Albert Camus. And so I wanted to read all of his original works in French, and then I wanted to visit Algeria and partake in the country where Camus grew up in so I could have a deeper understanding of his work. We ended the nuclear weapons program in 1989, were dismantled. Okay, cool. So I had it right just from memory. I haven't read about South Africa in a while, so I'm surprised I remembered that. HentaiHaven.org is back. It's good for y'all who like hentai. Well, the only hentai I like is that I'm not like a huge porn guy, but there was one hentai called Sensitive Pornograph, which was really good. It had these two really cute guys, who were just kind of like hanging out. One of them is a manga artist, and the other one is just like this cute submissive guy. It's very nice. I like that hentai OVA a lot. There's episode 3 of Cream Lemon where Hideaki Anno directed the lesbian sex scene. It's not particularly hot. I'm not attracted to it, but it's a really well animated and beautiful scene. The stuff that Akiyuki Shinbo did as well, Blood Royale, and so on, it's good stuff. Hideaki, oh boy, yeah, I'm being called out over here. Did you know the first successful heart transplant was performed here? I did hear about that. It was, so are you bi, or are you just really sexually confused? Oh no, I am bi. I am attracted to both sexes. I just have a low libido. But generally I'm attracted to both, yeah. I'm attracted to trans women, I'm attracted to boys, I'm attracted to girls. I'm all over the place, man. I thought you were learning Moon. What do you mean by that? You speaking about the character for Moon? Character for Moon is pretty easy. It's just about 5 strokes. The character for Moon is used in a lot of other characters as well. Like, it's part of Bright. It's part of which one else? Which one else? It's part of Companions. It's part of, I believe it's a component in Rise Up as well. So there's a few characters that use Moon. Selfish buys just want the whole goddamn cake. I mean, I would be happy in one relationship. It's just I'm open to being in a relationship with anybody. Oh no! Ree! Okay, I thought I was about to die. I thought I was about to die there for a moment. Oh damn! I got that guy. Cool. Put the song "Stupid" on by Buys. I don't want to do that. It'll make my computer overrun, man. I don't want to do that. Ooh, Trump is talking on Japanese news. Dude, okay. So, I've been watching Japanese news, like, basically every day, and they will not stop talking about the Trump-Shinzo Abe summit. There was this Japanese news station where they cut out Trump and Shinzo Abe's heads and they put them on these chibi characters and they talked about the news while putting them on these chibi characters, and it felt like I was watching a game show, but it wasn't a game show. Like, and it seems like Japanese people really don't like Donald Trump, but when Shinzo Abe meets him, like, they kind of make fun of Shinzo Abe, but they also try to act respectful about it as well. It's really strange. It's a strange dynamic. But, like, the Japanese news will not shut the fuck up about the Shinzo Abe Trump summit. Like, it's all they're talking about all the time. So I hear about it every day from the moment I wake up, if the news is on, to, usually to the moment I go to sleep, they mention it again. Which is great for repetition, because if they're always talking about the same things, I can recognize the same sentences, which is nice. We're gonna build a good relationship between the US and Japan for manga importation, and it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, the funny thing about Shinzo Abe is that he constantly kisses up to Trump. Like he's so scared of China that he's just, like, constantly, like, making as many good gestures towards Donald Trump as possible. And it's kind of cute in a way. Like, it's like, oh, look at this poor man. Look at this poor defenseless guy. He's just doing everything he can to protect his nation. Shinzo Abe seems like a good guy. Like, I'm kind of an anti-capitalist guy. A little bit anti-liberal, the liberal way of doing things. But it seems like he has good intentions. That's the vibe I get from Shinzo Abe. Like, I can respect him. I heard one of the struggles of being bi is some bi people are only attracted to feminine guys and masculine girls, and it makes those bi guys feel like freaks of nature. I'm attracted to masculine guys, and I'm attracted to feminine guys, so I like both. I'm what one would call a switch. I switch it up, sometimes. How do I say this without getting deplatformed by YouTube? Sometimes you want to take something, and sometimes you want to give something, There's a value to both. Their relationships like the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev and East German leader Ich Hinke. I can't pronounce German. Yeah, pretty much. Like, that image of them both kissing, like, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I like that you gave that reference as well, because that's an old reference that, like, used to be really big in media, and then people just forgot about it. And it's the funniest shit in the world. Gorbachev is such a fucking faggot. I hate that guy. Oh boy. Oh no. Ree! I just realized that because I used the word faggot on a YouTube stream, Susan is gonna come into my house, breaking down the door with a barricade-style breaker. She's gonna slam my door, and she's gonna say, "Hey, Star, you've been downloading illegal movies to put them in your flashcard deck for learning Japanese. That'd be against the law there, Sonny." Then I'm gonna be like, "No, I didn't do anything wrong, Susan." She's going to be like, "Also, you said this derogatory word on your live stream. It's not okay, man." And then I'm going to be like, "It's not okay." She's going to be like, "It's not okay, man." I'm going to be like, "I guess you're right." and then she's going to deplatform me with a stick. She's going to hit me over the head with a stick until I'm deplatformed off the website. She's not going to directly deplatform me. No, that's not the way that this works. She's going to come in my house and deplatform me via beating. As we all know, the liberals want to bring Islam to the United States. They want to make us all read the Quran and force to go through Sharia law. This is in fact what the abolition of work by the biggest liberal in the world, Bob Black, was about. But in fact, the implementation of Sharia law will be done through YouTube. That as a result of YouTube's continual clinging on to our society through cultural, fuck, I messed up the joke. Through cultural exchange and control, they will, they're going to come in our houses and stone me, but not stone me for being gay. No, that is only one element of their Sharia law implementation. As a result of their constant need to include everyone, they include Sharia law for not stoning gays and for stoning gays. So in one way, gays are empowered to stone other gays. This is how diverse their culture has been built. However, as a result of their diversity, they come into my house and hit me with a stick, Sharia style. So instead of deplatforming me, they simply executed me the way that one would be executed in Saudi Arabia, their favorite homeland. Okay, that joke went on way too long. When I went to Berlin, they sell pieces of the wall with printed images of the famous kiss. That's pretty nice. Who would win in a fight? 3 Gorbachevs or 1 Zen Huxtable? Obviously Zen Huxtable. Zen Huxtable is like he's actually like a good guy. He didn't sell out his own people. You might want to check out Low End Gaming. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm trying to look into like more Linux gaming stuff. Just not as much lately, because I've been practicing Japanese so much. It's been difficult for me to find time to play video games. This live stream was just kind of an excuse because it's content. And plus I would go insane without talking to people. Because I kind of need to make videos to allow myself to talk to other people, because without that I get a little bit lonely. Though YouTube is an outlet for that. So I don't go on Discord as much, because when it comes to Discord I always overdo it. I have the tab opened all day. It makes it difficult for me to memorize things because of that. So I don't go on as much anymore. Now, ever since I started my Japanese journey, I've went on like 1 or 2 times, but not any more than that since then, just because I've been focusing so much on getting this done. So the way that I talk to people is kind of just through live streaming or making vlogs, which is okay. That's the way that I did it a long time ago. So in 2016, 2017, didn't have any friends. I just made vlogs all the time, and then I felt fine doing that. It was enough to get me through. So whenever I focus on a big goal that I'm always working on, I always kind of isolate myself from other people just intrinsically. Like, that's where my mind goes. That's the first place it goes when I start working on a big project. And then I just keep doing that because I get obsessed with the project that I'm working on. Maybe you could FAP to JAV just to learn Japanese. Maybe I can sit there and watch JAV. I'm not going to FAP. So generally speaking, I don't like masturbate. I think porn is boring. Why would I sit there and watch porn? I've seen a little bit of JAV, and it's not even good. Like, all the girls just scream all the time, and like it feels like they're not enjoying the experience, man. Feel like they focus on weird stuff to focus on as well, like they have weird camera angles and stuff. I don't see the point. I mean, if I want to learn sexual words, I could just look up sexual words and then learn them. I think everyone who watches hentai knows, what was it? It was Yamatte, Yamate. So everyone knows that word because they've seen it in hentai, that it's a meme in the anime community. Say that word means please stop. These people who are big into hentai, man, they have their own culture. IPX 177. I don't know what that is. Oh my god, there's 5 people watching this live stream. Let me see here. Okay. I'm gonna try to actually do good at the game. So I've been just sort of using this game as a vehicle to talk. So that I wasn't actually focusing on what I was doing. JAV code. So you're trying to give me a code to watch JAV? On what website? I'm confused. Is it only usable one time? Are you in the UK where you need to use codes to access porn? We don't need to use codes over here to access porn. Just get a torrent of most things. I hope your frame rate is not how it appears on the live stream. It is this bad, man. The frame rate is pretty bad, in this game. I could theoretically turn the settings down, but, I might actually do that. Did I turn the settings down? Options. Advanced options. Okay, I'm gonna go in there. Options. Video. Advanced. Low detail. Low. Disabled. Low detail. Okay, disabled. Motion blur disabled. High dynamic range. Bilinear. Okay. See how apply. Yeah, that should make the stream run a little bit better, but the game is going to kind of crash for a little bit. Well, not crash. Google it, please. It's like a shortened title. Am I gonna get a virus or something for Googling this? I hope this isn't anything illegal you're sending me to. You see here. Okay, I'm Googling it. Paste. Enter. What is this? What the hell? Okay, Pornhub. It's on Pornhub. What's going on here? Oh, this is a really long movie. Oh, these girls are kind of cute. Ooh, they have cute clothes. They have such nice clothes. They definitely put a lot of attention into the fashion sense in this. Okay, this isn't so bad. Yeah, I could give this a look. A virus from Googling. I thought it was a special website. No, I checked it out. Okay. So, we should... Okay, it should look better now. Hopefully now it goes a bit faster. Does this look better? It's working a bit better for me, at least. So I have to turn all the settings onto the lowest that they can go in order for it to work properly. I'm surprised that OBS even picks up Team Fortress 2 at all, to be honest. Because a lot of the time OBS just outright does not pick up certain games. I tried using my Sega Saturn emulator earlier today. It just didn't want to work on this computer. With OBS at least, because with OBS it glitched out. I need to add no thank you to the live stream, man. He's probably away now. He's probably doing something for his mom. He needs to give me woke takes about how climate change is a good thing, actually. You download Fraps, then you can see your FPS, not a I know about Fraps. Fraps has been used for years I don't know if Fraps is on Linux or not, but yeah, I might check it out. Is Fraps, you have to pay for Fraps. I do know that, and I don't want to pay for it. No, thank you. I don't think he's in here. And plus, I don't want to have to open up Discord, because the thing is that if I opened it up on this computer, his microphone would be caught into my microphone, and then there would be an echo. Actually, yeah, it's a bad idea. Never mind. Oh, boy. Oh, it is free. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to head out now. This was fun. I think I've been live streaming for, what, like 3 hours by this point? I'm just happy that I was able to get Team Fortress 2 to work. So now maybe I'll do a regular Team Fortress 2 live stream from now on. But it's been very fun, everyone. Thank you for coming out to the stream and listening to this idiot ramble about things. And I'll see you next